The global demand for premium marine protein is accelerating rapidly, driven largely by high-end Asian export markets. But we are pulling from the oceans faster than they can replenish themselves. Traditional harvesting methods are overexploiting wild stocks and actively depleting natural coastal habitats. The aquaculture industry faces a massive vacuum. There is an urgent, unmet need for a model that can scale to industrial production levels without destroying the exact marine ecosystems it relies on. In 2019, Globe Multi-Traders, or GMT, began operations in the coastal waters of Arialai, Sri Lanka. They didn't start massive. They deliberately restricted their initial footprint to just 10 acres. That highly constrained environment was a mandatory prerequisite. It served as the testing ground to engineer a fully sustainable ecosystem before attempting to scale it globally. To expand production without pulling animals from wild oceans, GMT had to build its own high-tech internal supply chain. They constructed a massive hatchery facility in Vellani. Today, this single facility produces 2 to 4 million juvenile sea cucumbers every single year. This diagram shows the pen culture method, an enclosed system built into coastal waters. Nets protect growing juveniles while allowing ocean currents to flow freely. This creates a zero-impact waste loop, naturally filtering water and preserving surrounding marine biodiversity. By mastering this closed-loop biological pipeline first, GMT successfully multiplied its physical footprint by 900%, expanding safely to 90 acres, without collapsing the local ecosystem. The company then expanded geographically to Mannar, diversifying their operations into Vaname shrimp farming. They implemented SIPSF, Super Intensive Precision Shrimp Farming. This schematic shows biosecure circular tanks and synchronized whitewater aerators maintaining highly oxygenated, disease-free water. Compared to traditional yields, this system produces an astounding 1,000 tons of shrimp annually within a 40-acre footprint. By deploying high-density, biosecure technology, a farm can decouple massive industrial yield from environmental degradation. It solves the primary flaw of traditional aquaculture. Sustaining 130 combined acres of high-yield operations depends on a specific kind of human infrastructure. Industrial aquaculture often displaces local livelihoods. GMT designed its operations specifically to integrate with the traditional fishing communities already working the coasts. They created dozens of permanent and seasonal jobs, with a major focus on the intentional empowerment and employment of local women in the aquaculture workforce. These steady salaries flow directly back into the Arialai and Mannar regions, stimulating local businesses and raising the baseline standard of living. True long-term corporate resilience is impossible without the economic empowerment and active daily buy-in of the local community. All of this biological and social engineering ultimately serves a single commercial output, export-grade trapong. Trapong is the culinary term for dried sea cucumber, highly valued in Asian luxury dining and traditional medicine. Global buyers in Singapore and Hong Kong demand uncompromising quality. GMT processes the sea cucumbers naturally, bringing the moisture content strictly below 8% to meet Michelin-level standards. This strict adherence to quality and sustainability earned institutional validation. Through the Ministry of Agriculture Modernization, GMT secured and successfully executed an 18 million Sri Lankan rupee grant supported by the World Bank. When you combine rigorous scientific product standards with elite institutional backing, a regional farm evolves into a risk-mitigated, investor-grade global enterprise. Now, GMT is moving beyond solely producing their own harvests. They have launched an end-to-end aquaculture consultancy. Designed specifically for foreign investors and the Sri Lankan diaspora, this is an A-to-Z turnkey service. GMT handles the entire pipeline, from navigating government land approvals and securing bank financing to executing high-tech construction and finalizing the export. Capital partners can now leverage GMT's proven on-the-ground infrastructure to build their own aquaculture legacy without the operational friction. GMT has moved past producing premium seafood, delivering a replicable blueprint for harmonizing industrial scale, ocean conservation, and community wealth.